Happy Wednesday, Wolfpack. It's Sable Danielle, your host and spiritual mentor. Welcome back to EUNOIA. Today we are on episode 6, and we will be talking about the power of music, honoring a few artists who have helped me on my journey to EUNOIA over the past few years. I've mentioned many times that I believe that music is healing, so I thought it would be a good time to share some of my favorite artists, the artists that uplifted me during my darker moments, the music that really resonates with my mind, body, and soul. The artists who are so lyrically inclined that you can't help but to respect them. The artists that truly made me believe in the power of healing through music. I listen to a little bit of everything with the exception of country music, but the music that really makes my soul happy, the music that I always have in rotation, are the songs and artists that have lyrics that I can feel and relate to in some way. The artists who just spit it, deliver their message with so much passion and authenticity that it makes me say out loud, run that shit back and play it over again, just so I can hear and feel that message again. I love hip-hop and R&B, but I tend to play hip-hop more. I've grown to really enjoy the flow of rap. As many of you know, I'm a huge Nipsey Hussle fan. He's been a favorite of mine since I first heard him. But honestly, every time I listen to him, I find another reason why he's my favorite. And yesterday happens to be the 1-year mark of his death. So I feel like it's only right to honor him in some way, shape, or form. He has played and continues to play a huge role in my growth and journey to EUNOIA. He was magical on the mic. He was so creative and had lyrics that were out of this world. Lyrics that told so much truth, held so much passion that it's hard for me not to feel it on a deep level. The first album of Nipsey's that caught my attention was Mailbox Money, which came out in 2015. In 2015, I was definitely still living in very low vibrational energy, so when I listened to him, I knew I liked it and it was music I could vibe to, but I never fully digested his lyrics. Once I began to switch up my energy, the more I listened to him, the more I heard, and the more I felt, the more I was able to connect with his stories. Although our journeys weren't the same, the lessons and overall feelings seemed to be pretty similar. If you can get past the language and focus on the message that he's trying to deliver, I really believe that he can teach so many lessons from such great perspectives. If you're willing to listen, I 150% recommend you listen to his whole collection. Look for Nipsey, hit shuffle, and prepare to be enlightened and motivated all in one. If you're only willing to give an album or two a shot, I'd have to go with Mailbox Money because that's how I was introduced to this legend. But Slauson Boy 2 is definitely a must listen, and if you feel compelled to listen to another, Victory Lap is right up there too. I'd be here for days if I went through his lyrics, so I'll share a few of his songs that I feel are super uplifting. Status Symbol, Blueprint featuring Dave East, That's How I Knew, None of This, Victory Lap, Ocean Views, Picture Me Rollin', and of course Bigger Than Life, the song I talked about in my first episode of EUNOIA. To me, Nipsey Hussle is much more than just a celebrity and a rapper. I honestly believe that he was a healer, a light worker sent here to help the masses. Not only that, but he built everything from the ground up by believing in himself enough to never quit. The way he delivers his content is most definitely one of a kind. You can feel his authenticity through his music. He chose to share his journey and struggles in order to help enlighten and heal, and he touched so many people. I got the honor of seeing him perform live when he came to San Francisco on his Victory Lap tour. I didn't know then that that would be the one and only show of his that I would be able to attend, because his life was tragically taken last March. But I do know that I will cherish that show forever. I'm so glad I was able to see him perform live before he passed. But even before he passed, that concert was always going to be a concert that I remembered forever. On June 26, 2018, that was the first concert that I ever went to by myself. It marked an important moment for me, my independence. It was the moment that I decided that I was no longer going to wait around for anybody to enjoy my life. Whether I had a friend or a companion to enjoy those moments with or not, I was no longer going to put my life on hold for anybody. So I took a huge step out of my comfort zone. I got cute and attended this legend's concert by myself and had a ball by myself, which wasn't normal for me. I used to feel so awkward and self-conscious if out alone. I used to be afraid to do things alone. I remember feeling so proud of myself that night, and now that he's not here, I'm glad that that pivotal moment of my life happened to be at his concert. In 2015, I also fell in love with the one and only Flatbush Zombies. Palm Trees was the song that did it for me, and the album that sucked me in was 3001, A Laced Odyssey. However, I highly suggest their whole collection as well. Flatbush Zombies appealed to me from the jump because they are so out of the norm, so different, yet still so authentic to who they are. They rap with passion, are super creative with their delivery and metaphors. They rap about spirituality, thinking for yourself, and living through your divine power unapologetically. A lot of their lyrics resonated with me because they talk a lot about being the black sheep, yet prospering regardless and finding their voice through their struggles. Beyond all of that, their ability to just rap is top-notch. Their energy is unmatched. Their production is dope. I have been to 2 of their concerts, and honestly, I haven't been to any other concerts that make me feel how their concerts made me feel. The atmosphere of their shows, to me, is just one of a kind, and I can't wait till they go on tour again. I just hope to be able to enjoy the next show with my brother, who is also a fan. He kind of put me on. But if not, I'll be there by myself, just like I was last time. They are my favorite rap group, so I can play their entire collection on shuffle and be good. But if you're looking for a different rap, eye-opening or thought-provoking music, 2 songs I would suggest are 222 and Palm Trees off of their Better Off Dead album. In June 2017, I connected with SZA on a deep level. Open and ready for a change, I found SZA's Control album and probably played it on repeat the remainder of 2017 and even into 2018. I made a post about this album on my Instagram at sable.danielle29. This album was very important for me. It was a life changer. I felt like she was speaking directly to me from front to back. I could listen to the entire album without skips, but my repeated jams were Drew Barrymore, Go Gina, the strip version, Broken Clocks, Normal Girl, and 20-something. I needed every single one of those songs to remind me who I was. The album dropped right at the perfect time, right when I hit my lowest, when the stresses of everything were physically affecting me, causing me to go to the ER, the time when I decided that enough was enough and I needed to take control back over my life, for my happiness, my future. Otherwise, I wouldn't have one. I'm not going to go into that right now. I'll discuss my rock bottom in more detail during the 2nd season of EUNOIA, which will be more relationship and outer-based. This season, we are focusing on the discovery of the inner self. I originally heard Euros back in 2014, the year he dropped Memories of the Future, but I was so caught up in the matrix and lower vibrational energies that I didn't yet appreciate his talent. I liked what I heard, but just like Nipsey, I didn't digest all that he was delivering. I wasn't ready. Fast forward to January 2018, Euros fell back into my rotation, and it's been a wrap ever since. December 2017, he dropped Two Birds, One Stone, and that was the album that reintroduced him to me. Euros is an artist. He raps and sings and creates such beautiful poetry on the mic. It seemed like his collection found me when I needed it, when I was ready to listen. I wasn't ready to listen before, but I was ready to listen now. His music has a way of making you feel confident, making you feel sexy, and not regarding only the physical. His music makes you remember your worth, recognize what you have to offer by just being you, and it helped me remember that I am a queen and that I don't need anybody to feel like one. In that moment, that's what I needed. My self-esteem was shattered. I'd been codependent for so long. I knew I wasn't worthless, but I was broken and I felt worthless, so those reminders were very crucial to me. I played that album on repeat. I played Euros on shuffle and continuously found jams, and I was hooked. I played Age of Aquarius on repeat, but Memories of the Future was it. That was the album that spoke to my soul, especially the songs Subconscious and As For Now. Just like Nipsey, he wasn't shy about his journey or his struggles. He used them as empowerment, and I related to that on every level because that was what I was doing in that exact moment. Rebuilding, learning to be empowered by my struggles, evaluate, learn, and grow. I felt like I related. I related to the emotions he put into his music. I related to the spirituality of his music. I enjoyed hearing the different perspectives in passionate, creative ways. It's funny, when I started to really dive into his music, that's when I was reading I Am by Howard Falco, the book that I mentioned a few times about changing your mindset, creating positive I am statements to get rid of the false negative I am statements. And I don't think it's a coincidence that both of those occurred simultaneously. Ladies, if you're looking for some uplifting music to dance to in the mirror while singing lyrics that boost your confidence, I suggest you start right here with Euros. Two songs that you need are Drea and One of One. I made a post about One of One on Instagram too. When you're queen-minded, you don't need a crown made is a lyric from that song. It's a lyric that will resonate forever. For a long time, I didn't have a crown because I thought I needed somebody to give it to me and validate me. But that's quite the opposite, actually. And I needed to hear that and make sure that I never forget that again. But that's just one of the many lyrics. Take a listen. I promise you'll be captivated. He has such creative delivery. I think he's a healer too. His music helped heal me, so I can't think anything otherwise. I've found that that's important to me. Every artist that I mentioned today is creative, feels passionate and authentic, and each has helped me heal in one way or another. But there are so many other artists, and I highly recommend you check them out too. Some honorable mentions are Boz, Isaiah Rashad, Janae Aiko, Mick Jenkins, Mac Miller, J. Cole, Dizzy Wright, Mark Battles, Joey Badass, Saba, and Odyssey, to name a few. Most of those artists rap and deliver excellent messages, but also use language that may or may not offend some folks. I don't know what everyone's taste in music is, but if you enjoy hip-hop and rap and hearing different perspectives, I think you may enjoy them. I created a few highlights on my Instagram page with some of my favorite songs. There's a highlight dedicated to Nipsey, which is new, and I will continue to add to that. The other two I started before I started to transition my page. I will be cleaning those up as time goes on, but feel free to check them out anyway. I'd love to hear about the artists and albums that have helped you all heal in some way, shape, or form. Comment on my Instagram post for this week's episode at sable.danielle29, or you can comment on my YouTube channel. You can search EUNOIA, a podcast by Sable Danielle, and search for my podcast art. It should pop up right away. Thank you so much for listening. I just want to say thank you so much to the artists who share and have helped me heal through the power of music. Rest in heaven to the great Nipsey Hussle. The marathon continues. Peace and love. I'll catch y'all next week. Sable Danielle.